guys, I decided I wanted to do a demo on Janie's Enchiladas because I've had several students request it since we're in the middle of our Mexican food unit supposedly, but we're not at school, so I decided to give the home video cooking unit a try. So I've already got my oil heating in the pan. I'm going to turn this down just a bit. And I'm going to I'll attach this recipe to the video when I send it to you guys. In this, I have half a cup of flour and 2 tablespoons of chili powder and a teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to add 1 cup of water to this and mix it up before I add it to the hot oil. Originally, I wanted to do this up at school because this demo really takes 2 people to do, and I didn't want to ask Janie to do it because Greg, you guys know that Greg's a banker, so he's having to go to work almost every day. He tries to take one day off, and usually that's Friday because Elizabeth and Kevin usually don't have class or stuff on Friday, so he takes Fridays off so he can kind of hang out here when everybody else is off. But anyway, so he's kind of out and about, and so I really didn't want to ask Janie to help me because I feel like she's trying to take care of, or help take care of Linda Cannon. Miss Cannon, you guys remember, is fighting cancer, and so has a compromised immunity, and so I didn't want to ask her to put herself at risk because you never know what Greg might bring home to us and us not know it. So I kind of miss Janie being here. I'll turn that down a little bit. Harassing me. And so originally wanted to go up to school and take Elizabeth with me because when we make these at home, Elizabeth is usually the one that asks me to make these at home. And I'll tell her, okay, but you have to get in here and help me. And so she'll get in here and help me. It's much easier to have 2 people do this. And so she'll get in there and help me, especially when we start rolling this up, rolling the enchiladas up. 2 people, 2 sets of hands are better than 1 when we start doing this. In fact, I'm fixing to ask her to get me some water. Elizabeth, would you grab me some water, please? She's behind me in the kitchen. She didn't want to have to be in the shot when I'm doing this when I didn't need her, so. Kevin is behind the video camera, of course, because what would I do without Kevin? You guys know I go to him for all of my tech needs.
Because she's an old lady.
That's right. And Elizabeth already got the hamburger meat. If you'll show them the hamburger meat, Kevin. She already got the hamburger meat cooked. She's already done her part. She cooked the hamburger meat with chopped onion. And the recipe calls for bell pepper. That's been chopped up too, but I did not have any bell pepper. Shh, don't tell Janie that I made this without bell pepper. She'll fuss at me for that. But I didn't feel like just running to the store for a bell pepper. I try not to get out of the house for just one little thing these days. So we cook with what we have, especially now that we're quarantined right now. So if you don't have a bell pepper and you're making these at home, I think Elizabeth even brought this up when we were making this, when she was cooking the burger earlier. I'm pretty sure she said, we don't always put bell pepper in them, do we? You know, so I feel like I've made them before without bell pepper. So don't let that keep you from trying this recipe. If you've got hamburger meat and an onion, make it. All that's in the sauce, or Janie calls this gravy. She would fuss at me for calling it sauce. Her sassiness brings a lot to this demo. My culinary 2 kids could tell you that. But But it is sort of like a gravy. You guys that we've made gravy before will remember. You don't add all the water at once. You add it as you need it. So as it thickens up, you don't want it really thick. And you'll, even as we start cooking, because we're going to start cooking the tortillas, we'll warm up the tortillas in this gravy. And if the sauce is too thick, then the tortillas tear up. So it's kind of lumpy. That's okay. It'll thin out.
They're kind of lumpy.
Thank you, Kevin. It's for all the world to hear. I'm a little lumpy. I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope you're cooking. I feel like all I've done is bake. My kids have, or maybe it was just Kevin. I don't know. I think Elizabeth has said this too, that I'm just trying to fatten them up. I was adding up in my head this morning how much flour and sugar I've used over the past month. It's been a month, guys. Today, it's been a month since spring break, I think. Is that right? A month? Spring break. I'm looking back at Elizabeth. You
Yes,
guys can
exactly.
see.
I've been out for a month.
Wow.
Exactly a month. There's a big lump of something right there. So I was adding up the flour and sugar that I've used baking, and I've used 12 pounds of sugar.
My lord.
12 pounds of sugar and 15 pounds of flour.
Holy heck.
That's why Kevin says I'm trying to...
We're all gonna weigh
Make-
800 pounds. Good thing she's giving it to her parents too.
Yeah, I'm handing out food. Elizabeth, I need some more water. I'm passing out food. If you want to know what I've been baking, I've made how many banana loaves? 10?
It's my lord.
10 banana bread loaves. I made 2 cinnamon bread loaves this morning. I started a sourdough starter 10 days ago and I got to use it for the first time today because you have to wait 10 days to use it. I made 2 loaves today, and I usually taking care of my parents and trying to keep them stocked, so I always take them something too. I've only made cinnamon rolls once, if you guys can believe that.
This is good.
I've only made cinnamon rolls once. I've made pumpkin loaves once. That's a big chunk right there. I'm going to take that out. Pumpkin loaves once. And I made a tres leches cake. Can I tell him what you thought that was, Kevin?
Yeah?
Kevin, I was trying to get Kevin to use his Spanish and figure out what tres leches meant. And he said, "Oh, I thought that was French."
This is why I'm failing Spanish.
Shh, you're not failing Spanish.
I almost did.
Oh, they enjoyed the tres leches. This time I used a different recipe. I have to admit, the first time I made tres leches, it failed. It was not good, even though my family still ate it, but it was an embarrassment. It was horrible. It was not good. But this time, it was good.
Oh, that was good.
I took some of that over to my parents too. Yesterday I made a cream cheese pound cake for Easter. I am doing some cooking too, not just baking. But this is where all the flour and sugar has gone, and butter. Woo-hoo.
She's the one hoarding it all.
No, I meant all the flour that I counted up. I'm not hoarding it.
I don't believe you. You just hit the camera.
Sorry. Elizabeth, what do you think
Unprofessional.
about this sauce? What do you think about this sauce? Do you think it's too thick? Come look. Elizabeth has to help me.
I'm a coming.
It's pretty good, don't you think? Mm-hmm. You think you're ready for your part?
All right, yeah.
Okay. We're gonna switch to a different view so that y'all can get the whole enchilada view. Okay, we're back, and we're in a different view so that you can see both Elizabeth and I. This is Elizabeth right here. as we roll the enchiladas. So we put the tortillas in the sauce and let them heat up in the sauce, and this sauce may be fixing to blow out. Oh, it's hot. It's real thick right there. I needed that big spoon. Ooh.
Get it out, it's gonna rip. Okay.
Oh, the meat.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. Thank you.
Let me turn this down a little bit. I need to,
Mother of pearl. That's hot.
the sauce got a little thick while we were rearranging for the camera. So I added a little bit of water to it so it wouldn't be too thick for Elizabeth to roll up. Or to tear the tortillas up more. There we go. These are white corn tortillas. I have not found yellow corn tortillas since before Christmas, peoples. I don't know what it is. What's happening to all the yellow corn tortillas? I'm having a hard time finding them. But the white corn are just as good, I've discovered.
Ow, frick.
So,
Sorry.
too hot, Elizabeth?
I hit the pan with my pinky.
Oh, my pan is hot.
Yeah.
Oh, I need that other spoon.
This one?
Yes. And if you lay them on, see how I laid that one
I don't
on
want
the
to grab that
side?
'cause my hands are covered.
See how I laid that on the side where it kind of flips over there? It makes it a little bit easier to roll up. Now, when you do this at home for the first time, do not expect perfection. In the lab, when I go around, students always get frustrated because they can't get them to roll up. Even if they don't roll up perfectly, if they tear up, it's okay. They'll still taste good. They'll still taste good, I promise.
Can they see how I'm rolling this? Probably. I hope so. I roll it from the outside, like this side, in. That way the part that's on top of the enchilada rolls under it and it tucks nicely.
That's a good description, Elizabeth. Still feels, even though I'm adding water, it still feels a little thick. Let's see if this one helps. We always make a big mess when we do this too.
I'm the messiest person in the kitchen. I get that from Mother.
That's okay, because we cleaned it up. It's all right.
We could just flip the pan. Because they're starting to be able not to see.
You want to turn it around?
Yeah.
Did you do that one? Just turn it around.
Yeah.
She's going to turn the 9x13 pan. That's what we're putting these in, by the way. One recipe, it's a pound of hamburger meat.
Oof.
By the way, I think I forgot to tell y'all, it's a pound of hamburger meat, a quarter of an onion. I think that's what we did, a quarter of an onion.
Yeah, that's what I did.
And it should make about 10 to 12 enchiladas. And we just put a little bit of cheese. We got a bowl of cheese behind there. Y'all can't see it, but we just put a quarter of cheese, a bowl of cheese behind there so Elizabeth could reach it with her hands. I don't think I told y'all why we ended up having to do it at home. There's some sort of rule or something that says none of the teachers can take their kids up to school. No students, even though Elizabeth's officially a college student, she can't go into the school building up at school. Even though I tried to, say, oh, I'll go after school hours when nobody's going to be up there, because it would have been a whole lot easier to do this with my demo area up at school and film this up at school. They would not let me take Elizabeth up there. So that's why we had to rig this video like this here at home. We had to improvise. Good thing I have tech savvy Kevin here to help me. Turn this up. I'm gonna reach over Elizabeth and turn my heat up just a little bit. I'm going to send out an assignment with this, little questions over the video. And I'm going to, tell you guys, if you have the ingredients or have the means to get the ingredients, please try this at home and take pictures and send them to me. That's going to be part of the assignment. If you do not have the means or the ingredients or the means to get the ingredients. Sorry, I said that backwards. You don't have to do that, but please do something in the kitchen and take pictures of yourself cooking something. It can be breakfast. It can be something that we've already made at school. It can be something simple. It doesn't have to be something. I just want to see that you're doing something in the kitchen. So send me something that you're doing in the kitchen. And please do not send me a video of ramen noodles, please. You guys know I don't like ramen noodles. I'm going to beg you not to do that. I mean, I can't kill you for it. I'm not here, but you know what I mean. If you want to try something new. And it doesn't have to be a Mexican food recipe, but if you want to do tacos, that would be something good too.
It's sticking to my fingers.
The meat.
Yes.
When we finish up with filling up the pan with enchiladas, if there's usually a little bit of sauce left in the pan, we pour what sauce is left in the pan on top of the enchiladas, and then we cover it with cheese. Maybe that's tearing up. They're not
Yeah,
tearing up.
that one's tearing up.
I think my sauce is getting too thick. Enchiladas are starting to tear up.
I may just need to go faster too. I'm kind of slow on that one. He's texting me.
And then it goes in the oven for about 20 minutes.
Did you tell them that you put cheese on top of the sauce?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
After you finish, put the rest of the sauce on top of it, then put cheese. Let it bake for about 20 minutes. And then you're done. I hope all of y'all are doing well. Please email me if you have any questions or if you need any recipes. Please email me and let me know. I'm going to step over here. I hope you learned something from this video. Hope to see you soon.